watching a master at work.
This is J. Wendell Gordon, the Warrior Lawyer, President of the Monumental City Bar Association. Tune in every Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. for the show Power of Attorney, brought to you by the Monumental City Bar Association on WOLB 1010 AM. The show that gives perspective, debate, and discussions on current events and hot topics concerning the law. Once again, that's Power of Attorney, brought to you by the Monumental City Bar Association, airing every Tuesday between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. on WOLB 1010. Be sure to listen in, because anywhere else, they'll probably charge you.
1010 WOLB, where information is power.
Thank you for tuning in to WOLB's 1010 AM. I'm your host, Mr. Robin Annette, on Mind Your Business. MYB Talk Radio, the business talk show that talks all about business. Call into the station 1-877-704-1010 or listen live at www.wolbbaltimore.com. It's, Johnson & Johnson, along with Janssen Pharmaceutical Company, it was fined $1.2 billion. This was reported Wednesday, April 11th. And Johnson & Johnson with Janssen were concealing dangers of an antipsychotic drug. The cargo reached up to 2,376 million pounds. So today what we're going to talk about on NYB Talk Radio is the comparison between Generation X and Generation Y. Now, Generation X were those who were born from 1965 to 1980. Now, I thought we were Generation X. The new ones were Generation X, because I used to call it Triple X, but they are actually, like I said, 1965 to 1980. Generation Y was born 1981 and after. We're also going to compare those along with the baby boomers and the dynamics and situations and circumstances that occur when these three come together in the workplace and compete in the business world. Some of my opinions are this: it's just Generation X and the baby boomers are being X'd out of these jobs and out of, your own business market even by the younger Generation Y, because in the workforce, not in all cases, but in most cases, these corporations and businesses are paying less to Generation Y. And that's to do these jobs that they have to be filled, and they're accepting it. While Generation X and the baby boomers are being, X'd out because they're not willing to take that smaller payments. They got kids, they've got bills, they've got mortgages. And what some of us, unfortunately, have to, especially if we want to conduct business. And these corporations and businesses are looking for these younger bodies and minds to fill these positions, and therefore, as I said, they get X'd out. Another point I want to bring up is we, of course, know that there is a huge comparison between the baby boomers and Generation Y. Of course, the age, but even beyond that, knowing to give good customer service, knowing to carry yourself professionally in a professional environment, even learning how to feel comfortable in that environment. The fact is, like the late Bernie Mac said, we grew up with Big Mama, and we got Mother Dear and the Papa Emmets of the world. But our parents and grandparents are the baby boomers. Even my mother, I remember saying things like, Robin, of course at that time I was Robbie, Robin, back straight, shoulders up, shoulders back, chin up. These are the things, that she is taught. These are the things that these baby boomers have taught, and my mother is a part of the baby boomers generation. She taught me how to leave a professional message. She taught me how to, be exposed and interact with the multicultural society. She's taken me to lectures since I was 2. All of us don't have that opportunity, but there are ways that you can think outside the box professionally. Causes friction between Generation X and the baby boomers in the business world. Please call in 1-877-704-1010 or listen live on WOLBbaltimore.com. This program is brought to you by Mothership Productions, currently featuring A to B, and that website is www.a2biz.biz. That's www, the letter A, the number 2, biz.biz. And telephone number is 240-389-8934. And now if you want to find out more information on MYB Talk Radio, you can actually go to www.mybtalkradio.com, and the contact number remains the same. Side of these, when these groups are put together in the business owner world, think about this: being that it is more affordable and more feasible to have lower paying employees for work and their businesses, some of these youth that have not been properly trained into the home, some of these, even some of the baby boomers are are raising these younger generations because of whatever reason, some of the great-grandmothers and mothers. But some of these youth that are not up to par with the business etiquette are being hired. This is to cut costs, and business owners can conduct business properly, but what happens? Sometimes we have no choice. We have a choice of picking the proper employee, but at times, a lot of this youth, that's the majority. So, granted, according to YoungUpsStarts.com, there are a percentage of youth that actually do have a little bit of etiquette, and even business owner youth that are trying to improve their efforts. 61% plan on increasing their market efforts. 58% of business owners from 18 to 25 plan on finding better pricing for suppliers, vendors, and landlords. 56% introduce new products and services. And 45% are planning on working harder. Here's one thing I want to say. There are different scenarios in these three groups that come together. It's either, one, two, or all three. And I've been in several telecommunication buildings. I've been in several sales positions, customer service, and it is a problem. I mean, people don't talk about it. People say it, but they really don't talk about it. It is a problem. And they were working, and I know this location, you take a chance, because when you're on your lunch break and you've only got 30 minutes to an hour, you hope and pray that the youth that are working in these locations are going to work diligently enough for you to get back to work on time. Behind the counter, I saw an older woman, and she could barely walk, and they were asking her to hurry up and get some lettuce. And, this woman was well into her 70s. I mean, that's not to say anything about her age, because, you've got people like Ernestine Shepard, a 75-year-old bodybuilder. So that has nothing to do with it. But the thing is this: older people are still, the baby boomers are still in the workforce and don't have the proper retirement, don't have the right Social Security, don't have the right funds to support the rest of their life. And the families who are left behind also don't have the money to support their relatives, and that's a shame. She was surrounded by the youth there, and she was so frustrated, and she could barely walk because the floor was greasy, and it broke my heart. It really broke my heart. I said, you got to be kidding me. And she's trying to hold on to the counter to get them lettuce when they could. There was about 20 of them in the front line, and she's in the back by herself. So that's a shame, and I just don't understand. But the next scenario I want to bring to your attention is this. Here's another flip side of it. Another fast food place I went to. I don't want you to think that I'm always eating fast food. Please call in 1-877-704-1010 and listen live on WOLBbaltimore.com. That's www.wolbbaltimore.com. Listen live. This programming is also brought to you by MothershipProductions.com. You can actually check us out on LinkedIn, Other Mothership. You can also go to the featured business, which is A2B, Administrative to Business Services and Products, answering your prayers to running a smoother business at www.a2biz.biz. And now that you can check out more information on MYB, Mind Your Business Talk Radio, you can go to www.mybtalkradio.com. And that number is 240-389-8934. The others, the 50-year-old, was dressed with slippers on and curlers, and it was pretty surprising. I don't know, but it surprises me that sometimes that is. So I don't mean to get on the youth so much, and it's about the etiquette that you should have and understand. So I just thought I'd blend this in at the end here. Trying to mend things that are already broke. Going through life as if it were a joke. Not being serious about the goals in life. Never making a sacrifice. When will you get it? When will you realize? Now you can't even look me in my eyes. As I tell the truth to you, I wonder, will you? Will you figure it out? Will you find out what life is really all about? Unlearned and looking for that big break. Just stop and think. And maybe you won't make that same mistake. Back when you thought you were big and bad, putting others down for things you didn't even have, you're slowing down, finding out life ain't easy. Finally getting up and stop being lazy. But your things are still hazy? You succeed, then you don't, but when you do, don't stop and don't lose that hope. good things will come sometimes out of the blue, just as long as you know. And so, ladies, pull up your pants. Don't think that's very appropriate. I'm so tired of seeing the details of some ladies' figure. It's not appropriate. That's about it, folks. Please make sure you tune in every Monday from 1:30 to 2 p.m. Check out www.mybtalkradio.com or call me at 240-389-8934. Before I go, I gotta let you know there's no business like your own business. This is Robin Annette signing off on Radio 1's WOLB 1010 AM in Baltimore.